goes to bottle feeders after she ran out of milk for me, I think 10 days old. So she just physically couldn't do it, which some parents can't. And we were bottle fed. So, and even when I had my babies, my mum bought me formula to feed my baby with.
Yes.
But it was just too much.
What were your thoughts on breastfeeding?
Well, I never really thought anything about it. It's through the pregnancy, I didn't know which way I was going to go. My mum obviously knew all about bottle feeding, but I had him in November, Jonathan, 13th of November, and it was so cold, and we'd been out of the house because we'd been in the hospital, so we'd not had the heating on, and I just didn't want to get out of bed, so I just thought, he was nuzzling, so I just thought, and it was just easier than getting out of bed every day, every night, and getting a bottle for him. And well, I never planned to feed for anywhere near. I thought if I get to 6 months, I'll do really well. Fantastic.
That moment when he was nuzzling and you started to feed, there was that moment where you thought, oh, hang on a second, actually, this is
quite easy. Yeah,
this is much easier than you thought it was.
Yeah, because in the hospital I had quite an ordeal with it all, because it was like cracked nipples and attachment issues and lots of different advice from different midwives, and it was really, really difficult in the hospital. But at home it just seemed, when everyone was relaxed and Jonathan was relaxed and me and my husband were relaxed, everything just happened naturally. So
did your husband, because there was at one point when you thought, oh, I might stop now actually, and your husband said no, carry on a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, at around 10 days, I sort of, before my milk came in, I think they say, it got quite hard all the time, but obviously supply and demand, because I was putting him to the breast all the time, I got milk, and I was really getting, with the cracked nipples and the soreness that I'd experienced in hospital. And my husband said, let's get to 3-4 months, because that's when they were weaning at the time. And then it were 6 months, and then when we got to 6 months, it was like, might as well not bother stopping now, we'll just go to a year.
So, and the reason, so at 6 months, I guess he's starting to be weaned.
Yeah, he had the baby rice and the, I expressed and put in the pot for him and all that sort of thing, and he had the fruits and the bananas, and he did all the, normal baby things, and then I just never gave it a thought, and then like 3 months ago I woke up and I've got a 5-year-old. Oh my goodness, when did that happen?
And he's
grown so quickly.
He's the master of his own lunch, isn't he? I mean, he sort of decides when this is going to be and under what circumstances it's going to be. Because you say you've gone through a couple of or 3 stages. You've gone through the sort of that soreness, that initial soreness, and then you said that you had your natural high of breastfeeding.
Yeah. When it puts you to sleep, the oxytocin, when it puts you to sleep, because you can't get to sleep any other way, and you've got your baby snuggled up at the side of you, and you're sort of ready to drift off but can't, and then baby starts to suckle and your oxytocin just takes over, and you're just in a lovely peaceful sleep. It's amazing.
Well, you've got to be careful then at that stage that you don't actually say you have to be very careful that you don't
absolutely.
roll over on your baby. But then you get to 2 or 3, and then you say it became a chore. Now, when something like that becomes a chore, then that ought to be people will be thinking that's the time to say, right, okay, well, that was terrific, I loved it, you're healthy, everything's gone very well, no.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, but at the same time, what happened with us is it was sort of Jonathan's 3rd birthday, and I remember I was training to be a childminder, and I said to the lady that was training me, what do you think? And she sort of said, well, do what you think is right. And it didn't seem right, because Jonathan, it was like taking something away from Jonathan, and it was making him insecure, it was making him lose confidence. And so I decided then to sort of say, well, we'll just keep going. Jonathan already, by that point, had sort of said, I don't want to do it in public anyway. He stopped doing it in public, and he'd sort of already said...
Stopped doing it in public because...
Well, I mean, just as social etiquette, really. I mean,
so
he was aware of that.
Jonathan knows that. I mean, if he's in his bedroom and he passes wind, he's not bothered. But if he would have passed wind here, he'd just go red. If he's in a restaurant, He would use, in a Chinese restaurant, we'd use chopsticks, and in a normal restaurant, we'd use knife and fork. We wouldn't use our fingers. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not sort of the social etiquette that in everything that we do, and children pick up on that. And Jonathan's a very intelligent little boy.
Well, so in which case, and let's bring Emma in here. Is that feeling of knowing when it's right and when it's not right, when it's appropriate and it's inappropriate?